Hey, True Believers, England teen here. So, Dan Slott has been up to his old tricks and everything. I figured I saw this one and I wanted to talk about it. I'll go over some of the other stuff. This right here, let me put this up here. This, I forget who sent this artwork, but it's Slotto Blocktavius. He's doing the whole thing again where it's like, oh my gosh, I said something and you didn't agree with me, therefore I have to block everybody. Don't bother. I mean, if you want to, it's your life. Go on ahead and address. But this is also the guy who I have never said word one to him, called me by name a racist and a phobe and an ist and all that kind of crap. And it's he's a number, man. He is a number. Now, he went off on She-Hulk, and let me tell you something. I'm a fan of his run on She-Hulk. I think he did a pretty good job on that. I've got the trades, the omnibus, the whole 9 yards. It's good stuff. That being said, no, I'm sorry. I get it. You want to support the creators, blah 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 blah, but you're wrong. What we saw on the TV show was not what was in the movies or in the books. I'm trying to say here. So let me go ahead and share this out because this is the latest bull crap from Dan Slott. I don't know. I used to do a video series. It was called Crap. Neil Adams said only it wasn't crap. I can't say that kind of stuff now because for some reason YouTube has gone frickin' medieval on the whole swearing thing. She-Hulk writer Dan Slott defends twerking scene with an Iron Man comparison. Okay, let's get right down to it. Hey, what's up, Jay? So in She-Hulk, of course, we all know the famous twerking scene. So he goes and he says, people upset over She-Hulk twerking for fun with a celebrity that she liked somehow have no problem with Tony Stark having a stripper pole in his private jet in Iron Man #1. Like, this is the same thing. First of all, done and done. Tony Stark isn't swinging around on that stripper pole. He's got a whole bunch of hot babes who, by the way, if you notice, aren't swinging around on the stripper pole. But having the hot babes dancing or even having his entire plane staffed by hot women is in character for Tony Stark. She-Hulk twerking with a woman who decided to name herself out of as a horse. That is not within what the characterization of the comic book She-Hulk. So he's way off on this. I mean, it's the problem with this. It's so obviously stupid because it's obviously stupid. It took like 2 seconds to look at his comparison and tear it apart. Of course, when you go up to him or when you approach him or if you tweet him or whatever and tell him about why this is just not a one-to-one comparison, he blocks you. But that's how he got the nickname Slotto Blocktavius. And he just keeps going and he keeps going. Once again, never said a word to him in person, not even word one. And this is a guy who has called me a racist, a homophobe, so forth and so on and so on. And you kind of get used to it when you go against the narrative. You're kind of used to getting called this and that and so forth and so on. So you gotta have a bit of a thick skin in order to do this. So anywho, let me get rid of that because there's even more. Look, and this is why, if you want to waste your time, go right on ahead. Usually I think conversation is pretty damn good. As a matter of fact, I don't care who it is. Let's bring them on. Let's have a conversation. But if there's anyone who is absolutely a little bitch when it comes to this kind of stuff, it's him. This is him. People arguing the twerk scenes in She-Hulk wouldn't have happened in the comics. Byrne had She-Hulk jumping rope in a bikini. I had her karaokeing, dancing, and partying so hard it was causing structural damage to Avenger Mansion. This is the hill they choose to die on. Yeah, I would. I could go on, and even with these examples right here, you had her karaokeing, you had her partying, and you had her doing all, and you had her doing structural damage to the Avengers Mansion. You did not have her doing any of that kind of stuff at work. Even in the TV show itself, she talks about how she wants to be a professional and respected as a lawyer, and yet they have her do that at work. They didn't even keep to the characterization of the character as she was presented in the show. That's how bad it is, you freaking weeble. For those of you who are not 40 years old, just look up the freaking weebles. They wobble and they don't fall down, okay? Just take a look. This man is freaking Veruca Salt after she ate the damn gum. I don't know why he doesn't just lay down on side and roll. He'd go freaking quicker than if you walk. I'm a fat guy, but damn, Dan Slott, come on. All righty. And then he goes over here. I saw it. Maybe I'm not going to get it here, but we'll see. We'll see. Here it is. Here it is. Yes. A lawyer twerking in an office building is very different from a billionaire doing it on a private jet. And this dumbass literally says this. It's almost like there's something else that's different between Iron Man and She-Hulk. Wonder what that could be. Yeah, Iron Man was treated with respect in the MCU. That's one difference. So, no, I'm sorry, dude. Like, once again, I respect the conversation. I do. But if there's one person I just don't believe you can have a conversation with, it's Dan Dumbass Slott. He says, I blocked a bazillion people today. I wonder why. Because you're freaking afraid of real debate. That's what I'm guessing from what you are saying and from what you are doing. Obviously, I don't know your mind. This is just a presumption. Today was not a good day to try any wink, wink. I'm being sarcastic humor with me. If you got somehow erroneously swept up in my blocking spree, please have a friend reach out. No, I don't even bother. Basically, if I'm caught in a firing line and your brand of humor is to sarcastically join in and fire some Nerf darts, I get it. But when I'm caught in a barrage, it can be hard to sort out. Yeah, he used blocks. He's just like, let's get rid of everybody. There you go. Anywho, once again, I will admit that I do like his She-Hulk run. I've stood up for it. But the man's a dumbass. The man's a moron. There can be two things right at the same time. He wrote a really good She-Hulk, and he doesn't know what he's talking about, and that's what's going on right here. Hello to In a Disguise saying Dan Slott is living proof that orcs and dwarves can mate. Yeah, but they wouldn't mate with Dan Slott, and that's the big difference. Let's see. Jay is saying, I'm confident Slott has some serious skeletons in his closet. I wouldn't doubt he's eaten a few people. Even his promotional video on Disney Plus showed him to be an idiot. If I remember correctly, it showed him to be a lazy idiot. Let's see. I would love, I have said this many times. I will confront him. I will risk getting thrown out. I'm not going to be violent. But if he comes to MegaCon, I will confront him. If he comes to any of the Coliseum of Comics in Orlando, in Kissimmee, in Apopka, I don't give a where he comes. If he comes to any of the comic shops around me, I am going and I will confront him. This bastard called me a racist and a homophobe by name. I've never said word one to him. Not one word. So I'm not buying into this bullshit. Dan Slott is he's an obstacle right now, and he's not even a huge, well, he's a huge obstacle, but that's it. I am non-personing him as far as that's concerned. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna block this guy right here. What is that? Yeah, there's that. Just looks like. Let's get rid of that right there. It sounds like Dan Slott is continuing to burn bridges. You know, some people, and this happens. You get somebody who is, especially if they're a comic book artist, writer. Let me get rid of that because the camera's trying to figure out if it's me or the picture behind me that it should be focused on. There we go. My spacious home. I don't know why I saved that one. I actually like that. That's a pretty good house. I would have loved to have owned something like that, but not on my salary. Yeah, it's look, some people just by the basis of the cult of personality are going to fall in. You wrote this book I love, therefore you have some sort of authority, and I'm going to fall to that authority. We see it with Ethan Van Sciver. Ethan Van Sciver created damn near a cult. I mean, he literally did with War Machine. What was it? War something? Warzone? Was it War Machine? No. Anyway, those guys, I mean, they freaking, oh, Hail Caesar and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, it happens. And I think that happened with Dan Slott to a certain extent. It happens with a lot of people. And I think because if you are in a critic's position, this happens sometimes, I'll get a comment on or something. And you say, celebrity A did something wrong. They did something bad. Someone who puts too much of themselves into the love of that particular artist, writers, movie star, whatever, it's kind of like it takes over in a way that if you are saying something about, say, Tom Cruise, and this person loves Tom Cruise, then what are you saying about them? And they take that, so it becomes a little bit more personal. Are you coming? Are you coming over? No, you just gonna sit there. All righty. No, don't poop on the statues. That's the one rule. Gail. War Party. There you go. Thank you. Was it War Campaign? Okay, I don't remember. Occasionally I'll remember because I remember that one dude. Let's see. Dan Slott makes he look like he was chiseled from stone. For a little bit there, Austin, I did actually have abs. But yeah, that was a long time ago. Long time ago. But yeah, that does happen. And Dan Slott's up to his old freaking tricks, and he's doing all that kind of stuff. Something else that happened recently, I was going to go over because you guys know about Tristan Nudet's I did it again. Nerdette, not Nudette. Nerdette. And let me try to say that properly this time. Nerdette's newsstand. I'm a friend of Tristan. We disagree about damn near everything. I know I kept saying I was going to do a frame by frame of the Ethan Van Sciver Nerdette newsstand debate. And I watched it. In all honesty, I don't get along with Ethan so much, but I agree with Ethan on most of the stuff. I do think, and that's my relationship with Tristan. She's friendly. We don't agree very much. She's on the left. I'm on the right. That's fine. Well, we both did videos. I did one on Old Man Comics. She did one on her channel about the Joker. You guys might have heard about this. Yeah, they made the Joker pregnant. That's what's going around. Oh, they made the book. Oh my gosh, I can't believe they made the Joker pregnant. And I was like, okay, wait a second here. You should do this, really. Obvious. If the news comes up and they say Donald Trump says this, and they showed a video of Donald Trump saying that, you need to watch about 30 seconds to. It's a feather. You need to watch about 30 seconds before and 30 seconds after, if not a minute, to find out what they really mean. So I thought, okay, well, why don't we actually read the story and see? Because I want to know why and how they made the Joker pregnant, and they didn't. They even say in the comic book they didn't. Okay, they literally said in the comic, oh, wait, you weren't pregnant after all. Okay, we just looked at a big stomach and said, you look pregnant. He vomits up a mud baby and everybody loses their mind. So she makes a, hey, look, guys, he's not pregnant video. I make a hey, look, guys, he's not pregnant video. And the weird thing is my video is getting, oh, shit, yeah, thanks for putting it into context. That's awesome. And she got a lot of, isn't she a communist now? Come on. And you can't even blame the fact that, you know, she's got tits and not, no, look, I let these things go. I should have kept them as pecs, but sorry. And some stupid things have been said. Some incredibly stupid things have been said towards her. I was going to do a frame by frame of this. I don't know if I want to. If you guys want me to, I will. But the worst and the one thing that truly came out of this that fucking pissed me off. I mean, I'm freaking pissed to see this happen. Let's see. Is this the one? Yeah. Come here. What? Oh, whoa. Who are you fighting? All right. But this pissed me off because you guys know what happened to my channel. You know it got nerfed. So she gets a message like this. Somebody, B Piers Cell 8261. You saying that's it. I'm reporting this challenge, this channel. This calendar year has changed, and you are still flapping your gums about Yellow Flash. What? Hold on. What? Yeah, this pissed me off because this freaking happened. If you guys remember, I had a talk with a YouTube rep wondering why my channel is shadow banned, why my channel got freaking nerfed. And I was told I was mass freaking flagged. I was mass freaking flagged. And here's somebody, just because they got a fucking beef with Yellow Flash, because Nerdette Newsstand doesn't freaking agree with Yellow Flash, they freaking ban your channel. They try to deplatform you. Freaking hell. Let me ask you something. If you're on the side of the whole black pill kind of Ethan Van Sciver, Yellow Flash kind of side of things, I haven't look, to be fair, I haven't watched Yellow Flash in forever and a day. He had his little bout with me where he's trying to get me into this something called what was that, Blood Sport or something like that. I just have no interest in it. And he went on for a freaking week. Just, oh, England team, blah, 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 blah. I didn't bother. But if you're on that side, how the is that any better than the shit you complain about on the other side? How is that? If you freaking support that side, how is that better than any of the crap that they do, that we say that, or complain that they do? I want to know. Please, by all means, fucking grab your and be a man about it and tell me, how is that better than the shit that we say the SJW side does? Fucking man up right here, right now. Get on the goddamn channel. And if you are one of the ones that freaking flagged my channel, get the fuck on this channel. Going to hers. Oh, we're gonna fucking flag this channel because you talked about somebody I disagree with. Holy shit. You're not just an asshole. You're the fuck nut of the freaking prison. Jesus freaking Christ. Okay, let me see. I'm sorry I was ranting, but there you go. The purpose of a critic is to be impartial whenever they're giving information, opinion on works of fiction of any medium they love. Okay. I prefer to be. Yeah, you try to be, definitely. I mean, you can't, I don't think you can be 100%, but you try to be. I go into everything that I criticize hoping I'm wrong, like or hoping it's going to be good. If I hear something's bad, I'm like, gosh, I want it to be good. Like the next Mariko Tamaki book, I want it to be incredible. I disagree about disagreeing and agree that I disagree about disagreements being agreeable and agreed. I agree with you, sir. Pregnant or not, the artist knew that it would get clicks. Oh, yes. Are you kidding me? That entire story was made for this. Let's see. Agree on all fronts, brother. I'm not a real big fan of Nerdette Simp, but I don't think she needs a bunch of crap like this. Gosh, I know I just F-bombed, but I'm trying to keep it down. YouTube apparently is going Machiavellian on the swearing now. It's freaking ridiculous. Mud baby beach. Yeah, but it's true. After he vomits it up and they go, wow, I guess you're not pregnant anyway. So Nerdette goes on, and this dude calls himself Desert Eagle or something like that, says, oh, she defended. No, she didn't. I watched her video. She didn't defend it. She did the same thing I did. Just pointed out that he wasn't fucking pregnant, you dumbass. Oh, and by the way, I could do a frame by frame. I should do a frame by frame. But he calls her a communist and then says, prove you're not. Wait, okay, so you make an assertion about her. You make an assumption about her and then say to disprove your assumption? Get bent. Get freaking bent. Let's see. If you want to turn it around, you could say DC. Oh, absolutely. Oh, I've said that many times. I said that about Marvel. Marvel, the ones who made a well-established black character like the Falcon, take the name of his white partner, and then they treat it like it's a promotion. Now, Eric did point out that if any character would seem like a promotion, it would be Captain America. Okay. I think he's got a little point. But still, that's exactly what they did. And you're right. That could be seen as racist. They call you racist for saying that Sam Wilson should keep his own identity because it's been established now for, what, almost 60 years? Yeah, okay. Why not? Why is that the racist in part in him taking over the name of his white partner and giving up his own identity? That's not seen as racist. I don't know. Let's see. I just don't like that Nerd doesn't know how to legitimately debate. I think that she would be hell on wheels if she sat down and got a black book of instructions. And you know what? In all honesty, Man of Action, I agree with you a bit. Nerdette does this. And Nerdette, I know you're listening in, so you know you do that. You know you do, because she's done this a couple of times to me. Well, give me an example of A. Okay, well, here's an example of A. Well, yeah, but that doesn't, and she just passes right over it. Doesn't even bother. What other examples do you do? Okay, well, here's another. Yeah, but that's not enough. What other example do you have of it? And she does do that a couple of times still. Communism was just a red herring, and when you put a little bit of lemon on it, it tasted good. I haven't watched Yellow Flash in over 5 years. It sounds like I'm not missing much. You know what? He's actually kicking all sorts of ass. From what I hear, there was this this anime guy or something. It kind of like Tristan did with the whole what's his name, Johnny Depp, Amber Heard thing. He did that and just kind of blew up. Congratulations. Still won't go on Bloodsport. All righty, what do we got? Hey, Doug, Slotto Black TV's commentary. You got to hear this. Yeah, who came up with that term? Because I know Doug Ernst was Slotto Blactavius's biggest villain for. Oh no, well, he was the hero. Dan Slott was the villain. But Doug Ernst, before he even went, from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, Doug, when before he was on YouTube, was going after him in forums for all the bad Spider-Man writing. So I don't know who did that art though. So let me pop that back up here. But I don't know who did this art. If you remember this, Doug, by all means, right here. I hate doing this because it puts my face in there. Both of us are fat guys, so it kind of fits. Let's see. What do we got? But look, yeah, congratulations to Yellow Flash for his successes and such. But here, I mean, come on. If you're going to claim that somebody is doing something, or you can't, no, you have to prove you're not doing that. That's the dumbest shit I could think of. That's pretty weak to something you'd expect from exactly. As a matter of fact, Tristan has called, she calls it right-wing SJWs. Okay. Yeah, I get it. Okay. One of the things when we were, and I always go back to my glory days of CG before we were, but one of the things, I say, you got to stick to your guns. There is a way to win the war, and you don't act like them to do it. And you don't freaking give up on the characters you love. That's one thing I said. Slotto came from Zach. There you go. Or Richard Myers. Getting into the new year, the cultural and political climate is continuing to gradually swing back to the middle. People are finally sobering up from the Kool-Aid. I see more and more people fighting back on this stuff. He is absolutely freaking obnoxious. He really is. I'm trying to find out the other stuff that he says here, but it is just, it's just obnoxious. And here's something. This is one of the most, and this is the first thing that started off for me right here. Let me share this. Dan Slott. Shit, Dan Slott says, anyone saying She-Hulk TV show wasn't comic book accurate, I'm the guy who's written more issues of She-Hulk than anyone. I've read every single She-Hulk comic. Well, thank you very much. So have I. And I'm saying for the record, it is the most comic book accurate show in the MCU. No, sir. Once again, Once again, they didn't even stick to their own continuity. She wanted to be a professional lawyer. She wanted to be seen as a professional lawyer. Even that whole goddamn dumbass speech about how she's more angry than freaking Bruce Banner was centered around the fact that she wanted to be seen as a professional lawyer, and a professional lawyer would not be tweaking in her office. Okay, but anyway, 19.7 million, 6,908 people responded to this. And now people that Dan Slott mentioned, that's not the point. Nobody's arguing. Okay, let's see. After posting this, literally got a post starting out. No one's saying the show isn't comic accurate, pal. Actually, a lot of people are. That's the dumbest thing. Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, but there you go. I'm pretty much running out of steam on this Dan Slott shit. But I'll tell you what, this was made 6 years ago. 4 years ago, I think, actually. 4 years ago. Think about that. 14 years. And here we are, dumbass Dan doing the same damn thing. Some things don't change. 4 years ago, gang. Right here. Slotto Blacktavius. All right, let's see what we got. Dominic saying Dan got all mods on the main channels to basically ban me or tell me to leave before I was banned. Not sure who did the art, but they got nickname from Twitter feed. Okay. I can't give up on Superman and my other favorite DC character, says Jay. I don't think we should. I said this when everybody started making their own comics. When it first started, I said, I don't think we should let go. Because if you, and it happened slowly. You know, you heard comics division's going to stop buying new stuff. You would hear Yellow Flash stop buying, Umbrella guys stop buying. And slowly everybody's like, I'm out. I'm just going to do comics here. I'm just going to do independent from here on in. And there were some of us who said, but if you walk away, the only voices that they're going to hear are the voices telling them that what's right is all this SJW nonsense. And that's what happened. For a little bit there, we had them cancel, or I like to think so, because it did coincide with a whole bunch of pushback. And what I think was brilliant, I've said this before, the Move the Needle movement. You had a lot of customers saying, this is what we're buying, this is what we're not buying. And I think we need to start that up again. I think we need to start that up again, because it is exactly showing that the people who are going to buy the comic books, this is what you're buying. Look, I haven't given up on Marvel and DC. I mean, I didn't particularly like this run of it. I think Innocente really kind of dropped the ball, but I've been picking up stuff like X-Men Legends, which is basically the older writers coming back and they restart their stuff. Obviously, you want to talk about books that are made for you or not. That was literally made for someone like me. But you point and you say, yeah, that's what I like. That's what I don't like. Or even if it's independent, whatever, show them I like books like this at Marvel, at DC, at Disney, at Warner Brothers, or what is it now, Discovery. You know, show them. And if you're only buying back issues, tell them the reason why I stopped buying new books is this, and the reason why I'm only buying back issues is that. Tell them, in hell, have you read Iconic Comics? Show them Soul Finder. Show them Common America. Show them the stuff that you like. Then maybe they'll get the hint. Maybe they'll see more people want stuff that isn't the woke nonsense. But don't attack people who actually do like that kind of stuff. Look, you might attack me. I believe that the first 6 or 7 issues of Kamala Khan was actually pretty good. It's when she, like on the TV show, which I liked, when she was involved with the family, I thought that was really good. It's when in the comic, when she became a superhero, that's when it fell apart. Let's see. At the same time, we need to make sure things don't swing to the other extreme as things have swung to the far left. And that's what you get with the people who are jumping on Nerdette, because she accurately pointed out the Joker wasn't pregnant. I can't get up. You know, I gotta. You know, just so I'm going to talk about this dude. I'm sounding like the freaking Tasmanian devil. Canada wins gold. Alrighty. Who cares about hockey? It's too northern. Twerking in general is degenerate. I just don't like it. It's horrible. I mean, I know some guys think it's sexy, but I just don't see a fat ass slapping together is sexy. I don't. I'm sorry. Let's see. She-Hulk seemed to be made to make fun of. Well, it's not a seem to be in a disguise. They came out and said that it was made to insult you. If you are a fan of the comics, it was made to insult you. Remember, you're not getting out. You can't get out yet. Then fly away. You're either on the shoulder or you fly away, but I'm not opening that door yet. Let's see. New stuff they need to just learn that it doesn't sell. Keep your local shop in business. I don't know. I've heard a lot of comic book shops have kind of slowed down on the new books. Let's see. I don't believe they would change they're no capitalists. Maybe. I mean, right now, all arrows point to exactly that because they like, as the drinker says, the message. They like that a lot more than they do dollars, it seems. So, but the thing is, the pendulum might swing. The pendulum might swing. And remember, right now, they're hearing one voice. They're not hearing our voices, or they're hearing one message. They're not hearing ours because we dropped it. We said, okay, here you go. I'm done. I'm out. And they blocked a whole bunch of people. Look, if you're talking negative stuff, you're going to get negative people, and they're going to go nuts. We got a lot of that. We got a lot of people who wanted to stick it to them, so they became trolls. That's not doing anything. Going out and trying to f around with people, that's not going to, and trying to get the best of him. Oh, I'm going to own him by insulting and doing. That's not going to do anything. It's like those kids who throw soup on the art. And they say, we're doing it for climate change. Yeah, you're doing it for attention because nobody's talking about climate change. They're only talking about the dumbasses who are throwing soup on the freaking art. You don't want to be that. If you're going to engage, if you're going to tell them I'm one of the shoppers, you can't tell them, hey, I'm one of the shoppers, you dumb son bitch. They're not going to listen to you. Okay, let's see. They don't promote these books. All the advertisements, characters now. I know exactly, right? But that's what they hear. All they hear is that I want that. All their writers, all their artists believe that's what everybody wants. And since they want it, they're happy to give it. Let's see. Right now, I want to shoot the bird. I cannot let him out the door because my mother-in-law's downstairs and he flies into her hair. And she doesn't like him. She doesn't like it. And right now, he's going freaking nuts. If you have access to half-price books, you can get newer back issues very cheap. But I do agree, support your local comic book shop. What I've done is I'm in order to get the discounts on the back issues, I brought my new books to a minimum. A lot of it's independent stuff, though. I'm not going to give up on the things I love because it's an admittance of calling it quits. Moreover, there is still objectively good material out there. If you dig through the massive, yeah, there are some good books out there. I'm a big fan of Usagi Yojimbo. And as we pointed out, Iconic Comics, a lot of people like that Common America and the Soul Finders. Just saying. Just saying. Let's see, Manovac say, yeah, if you don't support your shops, you don't get them back. And they're going away quick. Back in the day, we used to call that twerking shit slapping hams. Yeah, I get comic book stores are not only slowing down on buying new books, but they're also putting stock in figurines, action figures. Yeah, those little pop things. And I see a lot of gaming going on as well. I see that. So, I don't know. But anyway, that's well, I was gonna do a little bit on the video that this dumbass did, but my bird is going fucking nuts and it's bothering the hell out of me. Usually I can open the door by now, but unfortunately not. He's going crazy. Hold on just 1 second. I got an idea. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. I turned out the lights. Usually if you turn out the lights on a bird, it means it's bedtime. It's time to go to sleep. Just so chill. So I'm hoping, even though over here I've got the studio lights off to the side of me, it's not directly on me. So because otherwise my bald head would blind you all. And I respect your wanting to be able to see after. Let's see. I don't know what Dan Slott said, and I probably don't care, says Christopher Barker. Yeah. Some modern artists who have shown to possess a genuine passion for the medium, like their predecessors, from Daniel Warren Johnson to them. Well, look, I get it. In our day, we heard stories. You guys, especially you young kids, social media sucks. That's all I gotta say. I work on social media, and I can say it sucks. You meet, what's that saying? You never meet your heroes. You never meet. We heard stories about this guy's a douche, that guy's a douche, but you guys get to experience it firsthand. That's something. That is something. But I don't know. Okay, let's see if we can't get this here. Present, share the screen, capture the audio. Let's see. Okay. What's his name? Alpha Eagle. Go check if you want to check out his channel, see if it's for you. Apparently, I think this guy is just like, I think all he makes are doesn't Tristan suck videos. Okay. Yeah, actually, I don't know if you guys are seeing that part of it. Yeah, look at that. This is obsessive. I'm sorry, this is an obsessive dude. I mentioned, yeah, I remember this guy. He commented on one of my channels, but he's a bit obsessive with Nerdette. So here's another one. Here you go. Another one. More Nerdette, more Nerdette, 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 Nerdette. No, I'm not going to give that guy more time. He's got this man, I would not be surprised, has a freaking shrine. One day she'll marry me. Holy shit. That is I was going to read off because, like I said, he goes, oh, she's a communist and she won't prove she's not. Wow. That's a lot of fucking videos on Nerdette Newsstand. Holy shit. In all honesty, if I were Tristan, I would flag that. That's stalkerish. That is way too much. At least report it, because if something happens, get it on record. I don't think so. I don't think anything would happen, but you know, it's like 99.9% that it won't, but that you don't want that 0.1% to be wrong. I would definitely get it on record, because that is nutball, man. That is beyond. Holy shit. They mentioned, I talked to Robert and I talked to Nerdette, and they mentioned this guy. Holy crap. That's ridiculous. I would worry about that guy, seriously. Look, I don't agree with Nerdette on everything. But some of the fun times I have, I'll go over to her channel, we'll have a debate. But we'll do it pleasantly, you know. I mean, it's okay. You can actually disagree with people and have a conversation. Twiddles wants to be front and center. He is the star of the show. Yeah. Social media is a double-edged sword. However, it can suck. Luckily, not all of the veterans and the new bloods of the comic book industry are douchebags, luckily enough. But, you know, reminds me of all those Brie Larson hate videos. Yeah. Report. Holy shit. It is something. Holy crap. But anyway, I don't know. After that, what can I do? I'm 40 minutes in. Guys, thank you very much for hanging out. I've got to do something about the bird here. Maybe I'll jump on with something else, but I just wanted to talk about the Dan Slott stuff. I wanted to point out the Joker stuff. He didn't get him pregnant. Okay, I did a video on Old Man Comics. Please go check it out. Maybe I'll bring it over here for those of you who didn't see it. I went panel to panel, the entire story. He didn't get pregnant. They even say in the book he's not pregnant. And I get, oh, wow, thanks for the context. And she gets what she got. And it was ridiculous. That being said, thank you very much for hanging out. I'm going to shoot the bird. You see it? Look, you are causing problems, you dumbass bird. Why are you going nuts? Why are you going nuts? I don't know. Here you go. Here you go. There you are. Sit, relax, chill. Twiddles is ending the stream. He must obey the Twiddles. Yeah, plus I kind of talked about what I went to talk about. You know, it's that's it. I'm done. This is a one subject thing, and we managed to talk about it for 45 minutes. Dude, we get it. You don't like Nerdette. Move on, says Dominic. Exactly. Alpha Eagle, Stalker. That reminds me of, okay, I read those. And there you go. Anyway, once again, guys, what do we got going on? Usually on Friday, we do a hangout stream. Saturday, of course, the auction. I think if I do an auction this week, it'll be like a quarter book kind of thing to see if I can't trim some of the stock. When I say quarter book, 50 cents or higher. But yeah, and let's see. I'm also going to be adjusting the schedule. I'm trying to figure out a good way because I want to do more hangout streams or topic streams like this. And I know I used to like to do Jeopardy and all that kind of stuff, but no players. And in all honesty, I'm very happy to report that the Geeky Puppet Show is starting to really take off. Venkman shared a couple of videos where they do their readings, and the last few have gotten 200 and more views, which based on how many subs they got is very good. So that's very exciting. So at a certain point, I'm going to expect them not to show up so much either. And that's not I would love them to have them every day, but look, if they're busy building their own channel, right? I mean, that's an awesome thing. So please go check over the Geeky Puppets as well. Usp says, I just remembered I was wondering if you look at comic issue requests for the auction. Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I always am on the lookout for new stuff. And if you have something particular that you're looking for, sure. Yeah, I do that all the time. So yeah, anytime. All right. Who did I get? Also, I got a money order in today. I think it might've been yours, but anyway, thank you very much for that as well. And as always, guys, don't forget to do all the clicking and the liking and all that kind of stuff, and sharing, of course. And thank you very, very much for watching. Have a good night. Okay, you dumbass bird.